Hi, my name is Monica and welcome to this self-hypnosis mini tutorial on how to put yourself into hypnosis in a minute or less. The purpose of this video is to refresh your memory or just to give you an introduction on how to use a few very basic techniques to put yourself into a light to medium state of hypnosis in a minute or less. Now, when you first start doing this, you're going to find that it may take you a little bit more than a minute. It may take you maybe 2 minutes. But that's okay. Every time you do this, it just gets easier and easier, and you go into hypnosis faster and faster, and you find yourself enjoying the effects of hypnosis for longer and longer periods of time. It's kind of like the opposite of taking a medication for a long period of time. When you take a medication for too long, you get tolerant to it, you develop a tolerance to it, and it works less effectively unless you take more. You need more and more to achieve the same effect. With hypnosis, it's actually the opposite. You will experience a quicker entry into hypnosis, you'll go deeper each time, and you'll actually benefit from hypnosis the more that you use it. Truly, practice makes permanent with hypnosis. So let's get started with the technique. It's really simple, it's really fast, and if you've already learned it from me, then you know that it works. So this technique layers a bunch of different techniques all together, one on top of the other, all happening all at once, to take you from a conscious state, like you are right now listening to me speak, into a state of light to medium hypnosis. So I'll demonstrate, don't do anything, just watch me, and then I'll break it down very easily, very quickly for you, and then we'll practice. So because you can only see the top third of my body, you can see from my shoulders up, I'm going to place my dominant hand just right here on my left shoulder. And what I'm doing with my right hand, my left hand is here on my stomach. So the purpose of the hand being on my stomach is to remind me to breathe from my belly. So breathing from one's belly encourages the release of relaxation hormones, while breathing from up here releases stress hormones, or doesn't really achieve the same degree of comfort as when you're breathing from your stomach. So if any of you do yoga, you know everyone always talks about deep belly breathing. So when you're doing this, when I do this technique, I think of breathing into my navel. I think about breathing all the way down into my belly button, so that I'm not just thinking about breathing into my diaphragm, I'm breathing all the way down into my navel. So that's why my left hand is on my stomach. Normally my right hand wouldn't be on my shoulder, but I need you to watch what my finger is doing. My finger would normally be, my hand would normally be on the side of like an armrest on a chair, or on my desk, or on my knee or my lap. But for now, I'll just keep it up here. And so I'll perform the technique. Just watch. So what you saw was a combination of techniques. Essentially, I fixated on a point above my head as though I were looking through my eyebrows, up through the crown of my head, at a point well above where I can see. And the purpose of this technique is to fatigue the small muscles of your eyes. It's called fixation. And a lot of certified hypnotists will use fixation to help people go into hypnosis very quickly. And when you do, as you practice this technique, you'll notice how your eyes do feel very tired very quickly, and it kind of drives out all other thoughts, it drives out all distractions, and you're really focused on, wow, let me keep my eyes open without blinking. And then as they close, those muscles relax, and it feels like such an incredible sense of relief that you can then take and send in a nice wave of relaxation all the way down your body. So that's step one, is the eyes. Step two was my breath and my finger. So I was breathing normally up until the point where I felt like I absolutely positively had to close my eyes or else they were going to explode. And so I timed my deep breath into my belly, into my navel, with my finger rising, as though I were inhaling and the finger were rising at the same time. So like this. And I'm holding that breath for a potato, 2 potato, 1 or 2 seconds. And what that does is facilitate the exchange of oxygen in the lower lobes of the lungs, and it promotes a deeper sense of relaxation. And while hypnosis and relaxation are not synonymous, one of the beneficial side effects of putting yourself in a state of hypnosis is that you are going to be more relaxed. But relaxation doesn't necessarily mean that your mind is focused, while hypnosis does mean that you have achieved a state of focused concentration that's allowing you to make the changes that you want to make in your life. So the goal here today is for you to put yourself into a state of focused concentration, and one of the byproducts is that you will feel more relaxed. So again, the eyes are looking up, you're fixated on that point, the chin is level to the ground, your hand, your dominant hand is wherever it feels comfortable, your non-dominant hand is on your navel, on your belly button, on that lower abdomen. And when you breathe in, you go like this. And I like to let out a nice sigh, because for me, a nice sigh allows me to hear the relaxation, essentially the that feeling of, you know, nothing else matters right now. When I sigh, I'm usually either relaxing, like on the beach, or I'm at home bored, which never happens, but it could be boredom. It's not stress. So the sound of the sigh just compounds the effects of the deep breath, compounds the effects of the eye muscles finally relaxing, compounds the effect of the feeling which we're triggering with this anchor. So this is an anchor, so that every time you do this, you know it's time to relax. Every time you do this, you know you're going into a state of hypnosis because you choose to. And so this anchor will become deeply associated with your mental state that you achieve as you do this process, so that every time you do this, even if you're not intending to go into a deep state of self-hypnosis, you can relax yourself anytime you choose. And that's the whole point of this technique. So once again, your non-dominant hand is on your lower abdomen. Your dominant hand is here on your shoulder or on your lap or on the armrest of the chair you're sitting in. And you're going to keep your chin level with the ground, and you're going to look up as though you're looking through your eyebrows, through the crown of your head, all the way up to that point. Your eyes are fixated, muscles are getting more and more and more and more tired, and then when you feel like you absolutely positively have to blink, you take a deep breath and hold it. And then just sigh and begin a nice, comfortable, progressive muscle relaxation. So I've gotten to the point now where I can just speak. I don't need to speak to myself in my own mind anymore to relax my body. I just bring my awareness to my forehead and it relaxes. I bring my awareness to my cheeks and they relax. To my ears, they relax. Almost like a wave of relaxation is going over my body. If I was sitting in a more comfortable chair, I would achieve almost like a ragdoll effect, where I would be very, very physically relaxed, which promotes the ability to focus on what is important to you in hypnosis. You, for the beginning, since you're watching this video and you're practicing, you might find it beneficial to say to yourself silently, my forehead relaxes now, my eyes relax now, cheeks relax now. And every time you say relax now, it's almost as though you're giving yourself a suggestion to relax now. And so your ears relax now, your shoulders relax now. And even if your eyes are open right now and you're watching me in this video, you might just find your shoulders are relaxing now and your arms relax now. You don't need fancy words. You don't even need imagery. But if you enjoy imagery, you can imagine that warm liquid relaxation is kind of flowing from the crown of your head and down over your ears and down over your forehead. And perhaps that helps you to relax now. Or you might want to imagine a warm feeling traveling over your body. Maybe it's not a visualization that you enjoy, but it's the idea of a sensation traveling through your body. Other people like light, either white light, a lot of people like white light, or a specific peaceful color that you perceive as peaceful to you, and maybe that color changes from day to day. Or maybe you're doing this and what you really want is a state of confidence. And so you're doing this not to be relaxed, but to be confident. And so what is the color of confidence? And maybe confidence flows in through the crown of your head rather than out and over. And as it flows in through the crown of your head, it pushes out all worry. That confidence, that color of confidence almost saturates your body so that it pushes out all worry, all anxiety. So you can imagine that color of confidence seeping into your body as you do this process, and all the anxiety just seeps out through your fingertips and out through the soles of your feet. So there are many different ways to do this. The technique, though, remains the same. So what we're doing is we're creating a conditioned response, a trigger, by anchoring that feeling into this finger. And we're reminding ourselves to breathe into our belly with our hand on our stomach. We're keeping our chin flat on the ground so that we're not chasing that point, up. We want our eyes to get tired fast, so we're focused up on that imaginary point on the ceiling. Our chin is right there. Your hand is wherever it's comfortable. Your other hand is on the belly. When you feel like you absolutely have to close your eyes, and begin to send that feeling which you want to feel through your body. If that feeling is relaxation, then just tell each part of your body to relax now. And if that feeling is a sense of confidence, then imagine the color of confidence, whatever that color means to you. Send that saturating every cell in your body as it travels all the way down to the soles of your feet. Once you get all the way down and you feel like you're in that deep state of focused awareness, focused on what's important to you, you can begin to give yourself suggestions. I like simple suggestions. For me, I will give myself one suggestion that then kind of morphs into other suggestions. And if that suggestion might be something as simple as, today is a great day. Today is going to be a great day. Every day is a great day. And every day just gets better and better. And I will say this to myself. Auto-suggestion is what this is called. Up until the point where I feel like I've achieved a nice, balanced state of mind. For me, it takes me about a minute to a minute 30 seconds. And I do this 5 times a day. So I'll do it when I wake up so that I set the tone for the rest of my day. I do it before I go to sleep so that I go to sleep in the right frame of mind. I do it in the middle of the day at some point during lunch or whenever I take a break. And then I'll do it 2 more times, like before I get to work and then before I leave work or before I step into my house. And the reason I do it those 2 times is to give myself a pause and to leave work at work or leave home at home, or prepare myself mentally and emotionally for whatever challenges I have to face at work. And I know people, clients of mine, who do this also every day, 5 times a day, or at least once. One gentleman, he does it before he reads his emails because he doesn't want to, he feels he needs to be in the right frame of mind before he opens his Outlook in order to best address whatever drama might be pouring out of the email. You can do it whenever you want. The important thing is just to do it, to follow the technique, to compound those different elements. So you're compounding, you're taking the eyes, you're taking this anchor, you're taking that deep belly breath, you're taking that imagery or that feeling and sending it down your whole body, and then you're taking the suggestions, and each one of those elements layers one on top of the other. It's like a recipe, it's like a formula. So follow the recipe, follow the formula. You might find that something, you can add something to it, or combine a couple of things, or whatever the case is that works a little bit better for you. But at the beginning, just follow the formula, follow the recipe, and watch how good you feel as you do this 5 times a day. At a minimum, do it when you wake up and before you go to bed. You might just find that you become drawn to doing this more and more and more each day, because if you do it 5 times a day, it's really only 5 minutes of your day. If you don't have 5 minutes to do this simple 1-minute technique, then you probably need to do it more than any of us. So please do practice, refer to this video often, and I thank you for taking the time to watch and listen. And I welcome your feedback and your comments anytime you have something to say. Thank you so much. Have a great day.